families work to clean up the mess left behind by Ida. It's a daunting task made even more difficult by heat. Doctors say it's important to keep safety top of mind when doing storm cleanup. Touro Chief Medical Officer Dr. Christopher Lege joins us now with some thoughts on that. Good morning, Doc. What are some of the hazards? What are you most concerned about?
Well, first and foremost is the heat, as you mentioned. We are in one of the hottest times of the year here, and while many of us are used to heat, we usually have cool places and cool areas to get to. And so as you do storm cleanup, heat is probably concern number one. Primarily that you attempt to do these things in times of day when the heat is lessened, such as early morning or late in the day, and that you're pacing yourself as you're doing cleanup, including taking breaks in shaded areas. Additionally, making sure you stay hydrated, plenty of water to make sure we prevent problems there.
When is your body telling you, hey, dummy, slow down, you're overdoing it?
Yeah, so it's usually...
Not me, by the way.
I just said it's usually extreme fatigue and or lightheadedness, feelings of mild dizziness. Those are all signs that you may be becoming somewhat overwhelmed by the heat or the work that you've been doing in that heat.
Fortunately, the carbon monoxide poisonings are going down, the number of them, partly because the power is coming back on in so many places. But the dangerous thing about that is carbon monoxide is colorless and odorless. So you just don't get a warning. What's it do to your body?
So carbon monoxide essentially is stealing your body of oxygen, and it leads to problems in many areas. And because it's colorless and odorless, many of us don't realize we are becoming and getting toxic levels of carbon monoxide until we get symptoms that can be a sign that those levels have gotten to be dangerously high. I think it's just important to note that any gasoline, natural gas, or propane-powered device needs to be well ventilated. So when you're using those things in your house or your home, inside, you're creating carbon monoxide, which then you, your family, and your pets even are breathing in and can lead to problems there. So it's just important to have these devices in ventilated areas. Even if they're near open windows outside, the carbon monoxide can get inside that you can breathe in.
You know, a lot of these homes, you take a place like Lafitte, Grand Isle, St. John Parish had water in the homes, even some places in Plaquemines. You know, that implies mold and allergens and harmful chemicals. What do people need to know about as they go in to assess this?
Yeah. So first off, any wet areas in the home have potential to develop mold. So it's important to dry out the area as best you can by opening doors, letting it ventilate, and then cleaning those wet areas with hot water, with soap or detergent. When you're working around areas that have mold, it's important to wear face coverings to protect yourself from breathing in the byproducts of mold that's being produced and dispersed into the area. And then finally, if you have asthma or other lung conditions, you really want to avoid exposure to these products as much as you can. Even if you aren't quote unquote allergic to it, it still can be an irritant to those with lung disease.
Well, all of these issues can sneak up on you. We appreciate you taking the time to help us out through that. Dr. Christopher Lege from Touro.
Pleasure.